who can control this.
Obviously, do you change things around a little bit because he's there?
Not at all. Not at all. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that we don't have to change anything now. He knows exactly what's going on. He understands it. He was part of basically from Narrabeen. So as I said, the logical thing is that a guy like Zach, who understands it's been running there. In fact, has run a lot more with Ian prior, when Whitey and Matt and Whitey and Christian were running in the one team. Him and Ian were running together. I wouldn't say in the B team, but in the other group. So it's also quite nice that he gets to play with Ian Pryor this week as well.
Is that one of the reasons why, Ian?
Well, that's one of the reasons, but also I think it's important that we promised Ian Pryor a bit of game time. He moved from the Reds to the Brumbies, and I think it's only fair if he's going to be here for the next couple of seasons that we've got to give him some game time as well. It doesn't help him just sitting on the bench waiting for an opportunity for Nick to get injured.
Formidable challenge, isn't it, the Hurricanes in Wellington, given the way they played against the Highlanders last week?
Yeah, I just don't think it's just because of this year. I mean, I looked at the records. We haven't won in Wellington since 2003. And the Brumbies at this stage, we've played 17 games and we're 9-8 ahead. It just shows how close those games have been in the history of the competition. So, yeah, I mean, it's a massive challenge for us. We haven't won away from home in New Zealand for a long time. And as I said, we haven't won in Wellington since 2003. But this team has done some wonderful things this year that no one gave them a chance for, so it's wonderful that we can go to Wellington and on the back of that have a bit of inspiration in terms of changing things around.
That first win in South Africa, and I guess that shows that you can do things
well, I
you've
mean,
done before.
it's just, I mean, the win in South Africa, fantastic. The way we finished off the Bulls was fantastic. So there's a lot of confidence in terms of the way we're playing, and I think again that's testament to the fact that why Zach gets a nod. He knows exactly what's going on. The players have confidence that if he's been there, he understands the calls. Everything doesn't change. They can just get on with their jobs.
Jake, you guys put so much into that past month before the bye. How important was it to give the guys a break and get them out of Canberra and recharge a little bit?
Well, that's exactly what we said. Is we want everyone out of town. We don't want you hanging around the club. We want you to switch off. It's not just the first part of the campaign. It's basically from, as I said, from the Narrabeen camps. We've been working and discussing where we want to be and what our goals are and all that sort of thing. So I think it's been fantastic. They can switch off. Don't talk rugby. Just get away. And then come back and refocus after our bye week. So I mean, it's quite exciting for us to go. I think the boys have been waiting for a week to play now, and it's amazing how it works. You get tired week in and week out, and you get a week break, and all of a sudden everyone's excited about being involved in the game again.
The travel plans tomorrow, also like going up to Sydney today. I mean, you guys are really making sure you do everything in terms of recovery and getting everything right this year, isn't it? Just the little changes maybe.
Well, it's the little things that make you win. I think again, Chris, that's having a guy like Tony Thorpe who's been with the Crusaders, and not only with the Crusaders, but with the Crusaders during their winning times as well. I think he's been there 7 or 8 years, and they've played in 5 semis or 5 finals and 3 semis or whatever. So, I mean, all that little added value in terms of when should we leave, what's going to be best for the team, and again, I've said it many times, the players have just bought in. They know that every decision we make is to make sure we get a better result. So, we go up a day earlier, spend the night in Sydney, make sure that tomorrow, if anything goes, not according to plan, we're not caught in the middle of nowhere. So, I mean, again, it's something that Thorpe's brought to the group.
With Zach, like you talked about him being with the group, and he's got those combinations with Ian, but what is it about his game? Where are his strengths, do you think?
Is it for Wellington TV or is this? Yeah, I mean, Zach's the most important thing about Zach that I enjoy is that he's not scared to take the ball to the line, defends his channel, and he's really quick. He brings his 7 skills into the game. So, and over and above that, he's a goal kicker. And I think one of the principles of being in a team is you need a goal kicker. We knew that with Christian's loss, he's been a successful goal kicker for us. The next sort of best goal kicker we have in the group is Zach, so he gets an opportunity. It's a bit of a tough one for him because he literally comes in and gets all those key roles under his name, but that's part of the position he plays, and I'm sure that he'll be good enough to take it.
The squad's been nice and fresh at training, Jake. Obviously with the bye, I mean, it can be some sort of a momentum killer, if you will, after your good result over the Waratahs.
Well, that's the one thing that, I mean, everyone says, when is the bye the right one? And some guys will say if you're on a roll and you get a bye, it breaks down your momentum. Other people say get it early, it doesn't really give you much time to get into the tournament. The reality for us is that what we really enjoyed is the first bye came relatively early. It gave us an opportunity to regroup and see where we are as a group. It also gave us an opportunity to see how the tournament unfolded. And I think that the second bye in a lot of ways has come at right time for us as well. We've got some tough games coming up, and especially the Force. I mean, the Rebels have found some sort of form now, so that's going to be a tough game again. Hurricanes are there and thereabouts in terms of qualifications, and we know that the Reds are brimming at the fact that they want to win the conference. So for us, just in terms of our bye, I think it's been fantastic for us. It's been time for us just to, as I said, refresh ourselves. But I know the players are really keen on getting another run and getting back into the tournament.
Zach, congratulations on the
Hold on 2 secs.